Hey guys, what's up? Long time no see. So let's just jump right into this. Alright guys, like I said, it's been a while. Like always, kind of go MIA, but there's a lot of things that has happened. So let's jump right into it real quick. Yeah, it's been about a couple of months maybe that we've done anything. I know the last time we were trying to upload a video, trying to catch up on some things, and just time wasn't in my hands and in my favor. So unfortunately, didn't get to finish that video, but we're here now. For how long? Who knows? So right now, recently, we're just trying to catch up with a lot of things. This past month, we had a big party that we threw for my son, Victor. After our last race, which I don't even remember what it was, our last video, we pretty much had to put everything to a halt. If I mentioned it before, my son Victor turned 15. We threw a big party. That's kind of what he wanted, invite his friends and stuff like that. So it was all hands on deck. And what I mean by that, we pretty much utilized every single piece of equipment that we have in the shop. Both CNC routers, lasers, everything. 3D printers. Excuse me. So we were really, really busy. And what I mean by that is like, I don't know if y'all know, like in the Hispanic culture, right? When the girl turns 15, the quinceañera is kind of like a sweet 16, right? So, but this one was for my son. He wanted a 15 party for him. So we went all out. We rented a hall. We did all the decorations. I'll throw some pictures in here. I did a bunch of custom LED lighting for his party. And we did all the draping. We made all the draping. I mean, my mom made all the draping for us. So it was all an in-house deal. Not only on top of that, we had 3 trailers that we had to take full of stuff. So not only that, I used to DJ in the past. The DJ that we hired didn't really have the adequate sound that I would have wanted. So we incorporated my subs, my speakers, just to give it a nice presentation. The subs. We went all out. So pretty much this trailer that I'm in is what I've been using recently for the RC racing and stuff. And this trailer during the storm got knocked over on top of another little trailer that I have, a utility trailer. And we used it already in the past a couple of times, but over here in this wall, I'll show you. In this wall, it had like a big bow because it got pushed from the outside. And I'll show you a picture of the storm. So that leads to Victor's party. We had some big old cages that we built with the LED lightings and stuff. And all the other trailers that we had weren't tall enough. And if they were just a little too short, and the cages were a little too tall. So knowing that I had to repair this trailer, we went ahead and took the top out on the right hand side here because it was damaged. It was barely hanging on. It was the base of it was made out of that cheap particle board stuff. So it all got damaged and stuff. So I ripped it out and then we utilized this trailer. So we had 3 trailers full, including the one that we got from Silky. And then my other small little utility trailer I have was all full. I mean, you name it. We did LED drapes, big marquee letters and stuff like that. So yeah, so now that's over with. Garage is a mess. It's still kind of a mess. We kind of recuperated a little bit, but now it's time to go racing. And the race that we got on our mind and that we're trying to focus on is WFO. WFO this year is in Palestine, Thunderbird Speedway. So it's time to get back in it. I honestly haven't really been in the RC like race mode because I was just really more focused on getting Victor stuff made and stuff and just fixed. So that's all over with. We had to buy a storage container to put all our crap in that we made. Now, long run term for that stuff is we're gonna rent that stuff out. So so we gotta protect our investment. Not only that, we got so much stuff now, including all my DJs and lighting stuff, that we needed to find something better. So we opted to buy a storage container. So that's over there at my dad's property, and here we are. So what we've done with this trailer is pretty much what I did on the outside of the trailer, and I'll show you probably tomorrow another video, a picture of it. Is we pulled because the side of the trailer was kind of curved. So we pulled it, and fortunately insurance didn't cover that deal. So we pulled it. The panel's still jacked up right now, but we're gonna put a patch over it and silicone it to stop from water coming in. So we got everything pretty much straight. And the next thing was, you know, I kind of really enjoyed using the trailer for other purposes, even though it's primarily built and made for RC racing. If needed, I want to use it, unless we decide to buy a different trailer. And I don't know if I need 4 trailers, but that's how that goes. So, yeah. So what we ended up doing is buying this toolbox that you see behind me. Let's check it out. All right. So what we used to have was like kitchen counter or cabinets, that's what you want to call it, and it would go all the way out to here. So you can see that we're pretty much another toolbox short. But the storage that it used to have was like just like big cabinets and not very detailed organized. So between the toolbox that goes in here and the toolbox in this toolbox, I think we'll be able to pretty much store everything that we need, spare parts, and everything be organized. So we got the wall straightened out. As much as I would love to repaint this and repanel it and all that stuff, we just don't have time. We're cleaning up a little bit of wires here. We redid the wiring for the stereo system in here. This is all gonna go eventually. This is temporary, the lights that came with it. We're gonna incorporate some custom LED lights. If I somehow have time to do it, I might put the LEDs in there. Yeah, so a lot of good things have happened between then and now. One of the last videos that I created was actually me putting together a car that I bought from Mike Harrison from the Houston area. I believe we were at Porter Racing and he had a car, an extra roller, so I got it and he had a couple extra pieces with it. And I think one of the last videos I put together was that I was, you know, cleaning it up so we can let Ben's daughter, Kaylee, drive it. In the past, I've let her, I think maybe once or twice, I let her drive the late model, and she did very well with it. She seemed to be very comfortable in it. So we put the car together, went through it really good, put a nice little base setup on it, and then between then and now, Blue Ridge has been put together and they've been practicing. So she went out there and did some races, you know, some practice races, and she did very well. My buddy Ben, he's kind of started out with the 1RC cars, the little bitty little cars, and then got moved up to Mud Boss and did very well with that. And now they're at the stages of moving up into the purpose-built cars and like street stock stuff. So to my understanding, they had a race over there at Thunderbird last week or a couple of weeks ago. Kaylee entered it with the full race and did very well with some pretty good hitters. So very, very proud of her and Cody. Cody stepped into the street stock. Big learning curves when it comes to street stock, Mud Boss. You know what I'm saying? You can get yourself out of whack pretty good. But Ben's done a really good job keeping them going. It's got a good program. Seems like seems very promising. So I'm very excited, very proud of them, both of them. They did very well. I find really a lot of excitement, you know, knowing that part of something like that. You know, little Victor, when he started racing last year at the Mud Boss shootout, he was in that late model and he was in there with hanging his own. Not too long ago, we were in Oklahoma. He did very, very good. He was underpowered, but he was in the middle of it. He did not back down. So I find a lot of enjoyment out of that. Something that maybe, you know, I'm getting old, vision is going. Maybe something that I might pursue in the future, especially with the SJD stuff. So, but yeah, it's kind of where we've been. We've been really busy. A lot of stuff has happened, like I said. I think we're finally back initiating into race mode. There's a couple of things I just want to iron out with this trailer. Trailer's a nice little small. It's all insulated and got a nice AC unit. So we installed the curtains back here to help keep the air in when we drop the door. As much as I'd like to, you know, like I said, clean up, painting, we just don't got no time. So, but yeah, we're back. You know, it's just time, money, and family. and then there's that thing called work. And there's just only so much time in the day. Priorities come, but now we're finally at a spot where we're back to racing, baby. So we're finally excited. I kind of needed a little break, even though maybe I didn't race as much like I used to, but just it's a lot. So it's kind of where we're at. So I appreciate everybody hanging in there, all the love and support on the channel. We'll follow up on the next video just to see how everything comes together. Now that we got more space over here on the side, we're going to see how it works out with this toolbox right here. Maybe it's not enough, maybe it is. I don't know, 3 cars up to 4 cars sometimes. We might need the extra space, so we might throw another toolbox in there and go from there. But we're back to racing. We'll follow with the next video. Thanks for staying, supporting, subscribing, and we'll catch you here on the next one pretty quick.